Welcome to the new Sex and Happiness with Laurie Handlers and her partner Michael Gibson. You're about to dive into a world where amazing sex is just around the corner. And happiness is available to everyone at any age. It's time to learn a little, laugh a little, and explore sex and intimacy from every angle.
Hi, everybody. You are listening and watching Sex and Happiness, a show about your sex and your happiness. And I'm Laurie Handlers.
I'm Michael Gibson.
And today we're talking about how to fall back in love with your partner.
3 ways.
Oh, yeah, 3 ways
to fall back in love with your partner.
So we were talking about this because we have found that a lot of times people fall out of love. And it's very easy for people to fall out of love. And we don't understand that. Like, what's the point of that? Why not find ways to fall back in love? So that's what we're talking about today. Yeah.
Well, in a lot of our coaching, one of the questions that we ask, and this is a staple for us, is, are you in love with each other? And we'll ask the couple, and oftentimes they'll say, well, yes, of course we love each other. I mean, we've been together for and on they go. And then we have to stop them and say, that's not what we asked. What we asked was, are you in love with each other? And so oftentimes they'll say back to us, well, no, we're not in love, but we love each other. And the question that I have in that moment is, well, why not? Why aren't you in love?
Yeah, where did it go?
What happened?
That you're just... So what that indicates to me is that they're tolerating something or settling for something or putting up with each other. And we've been with so many couples that roll their eyes and that don't have patience for what each other's saying or doing in so many different ways. So we're going to talk about 3 ways that you can actually return to love.
Mm-hmm. One of the first ways, this is just a simple way to do it, is to choose to be in love with your partner. It's a choice. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you.
I know.
It's absolutely life affirming and refreshing and beautiful, but it's a choice.
Yes, it's a choice
that I make to be in love with you. And once I make that choice, the actions become so much easier,
So how many times, we've been together probably 6 years. How many times? We don't know. We don't 6, 7, 5. We're not really sure. But what would you say? How many times do you think you chose over the course of those years you chose to be in love with me?
Every single day.
Wow. I like it. I chose every single day too.
Yeah, it's an ongoing.
There were difficulties, there were difficult times, and I chose to be with you. I chose to be in love with you and to support you. And you chose that for me too. Right.
And the beautiful thing is that every now and then we hit a speed bump, right? Topaz.
That's speed bump in Mexico.
Yeah.
Topaz.
When we hit a speed bump, the next thing that we do, I think that's so important in really how we stay in love with each other, is we deal with our problems or we deal with those breakdowns as they come up. And this is very important. This is tip number 2. You deal with your breakdowns in private together.
When they come up, as they come up. If you're not in private at that time, then you wait. Mm-hmm. But one of our pet peeves are being around people who deal with it in public. We don't want to deal with your dirty laundry unless you're paying us. We're coaching you.
Yeah.
We don't. If we're out to dinner with you, and you get into an argument, I'd like to just pay the bill.
Yeah.
And leave. I'm not interested. We once had a dinner with a couple, and I said at the end of the dinner, they should have bought us dinner.
Right.
They did nothing but air their dirty laundry to us. That was wrong. That was so wrong.
It was kind of an in the moment thing. But the point is that getting away from the actual event that took place, the problem is that if you're in public and you're dealing with a breakdown, you're going to be hurting each other in front of other people. And egos aside, there's so much more damage that can happen in that setting than if you were to just say to the person, we need to table this because we're having a breakdown. let's just be in love. Let's just choose right now to be in love, and we'll deal with this later.
Yes.
But then you got to get complete. So the later part, where you get together privately and you discuss what it is that the breakdown was and how it happened and all the hurts and possible things that had happened, then you can discover, right, the next thing that we're going to talk about. But this thing that we're talking about right now is where you get complete with those breakdowns, and you can then hold each other.
And you might need to do emotional release in between all that, because sometimes a person can't get complete until the emotions are neutral.
Yeah.
So,
some people would ask the question, well, what if you're really angry?
Well, you have to do emotional release. We're not talking about that on this show.
Yeah.
But
that's kind of a sub tip.
Yeah. You have to do emotional release so that you don't hammer the person.
Right.
Or you don't feel hammered by the
I
person.
mean, think about it. This is the person that you've said you love. This is the person that you've chosen to be in love with. And you're going to have breakdowns because you're two individuals. You're two sovereign beings.
Because you're human, and being a human is messy.
Yeah. Oh, so, God.
Thank you.
Being a human is messy.
It's very messy. And, you know, if this is another aside, if you have a perfection streak, you know, like you're one of these perfectionists who thinks everything has to be perfect, you're already bound to fail. There's no perfection in humanity. So it's crazy to think that your partner should be perfect, that you should be the perfect partner to your partner. Like, take that out.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. Or what's the third tip?
Well, the third tip is forgiveness. Forgiveness is a grace that you can give and receive. And so if you know, or if you're clear on that, I can not only ask for forgiveness, but I can also forgive. So each of us have this as one of our highest levels. It's the evolved way of dealing with those breakdowns when they come. And that is to say, wow, we just had a human moment and it was hard, but you know, I really need your forgiveness. Will you forgive me? And then ask and offer. So it might look like you saying, you know, do you need me to forgive you? Or I would like to forgive you now. Or will you forgive me? Any of those things that can
or
be
I
said.
apologize.
Yeah, or I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry that I did that, said that, acted that way, whatever. I apologize. Can you forgive me?
Yeah. And also, I mean, so often what we'll do is we'll say, well, this is a constant, never ending thing that I constantly have to forgive you for. Right. And I won't forgive you unless it changes. And I'm going to recommend against that. I'm going to say, no, forgive, and then ask for the change that you're looking for. Just make the request. You know, listen, I forgive you. And I really need this to change because it's happened before and it's hurting me and it's hurting us. I am in love with you. I'm choosing to be in love with you. I don't feel comfortable being in love with someone who constantly hurts me this way.
Yeah, and this is a way to not build resentment and revenge and the things that could really destroy relating. These things are a way to just keep returning to love over and over again. And that's really, I mean, you chose to be in relationship with this person, so why not give them the benefit of the doubt and return to love because you choose to love. Bottom line, yeah?
That's so good. Yes.
Okay. So you can write to us at lauriehandlers.com, and you can ask questions. You can go onto our website, lauriehandlers.com, and find out more. And as that website gets more developed and more evolved, there'll be more things for you to do there. Series of questionnaires, quizzes, things like that. And lots of stuff, really lots of material. And we want to mention Go Love, a CBD lubricant that we are high on right now. It's really a great product and we love it. So we are mentioning Go Love.
Well, it feels good. It just, so see the CBD portion of it, I think, does a couple of things that adds to the lubrication. You know, one of the things is that, you know, it alleviates pain, not only for, you know, your beloved, but also for you. and it also, it's a serum, so it's very viscous. It holds it, but it's also water based, which is really great, and it's all natural. And so that's the guarantee we have. We love it. We use it, and we recommend it to you.
And you can get 10% off if you use our code Sex and Happiness. And they go to what website?
You'll go to golovecbd.com and just put in Sex and Happiness to get your 10% discount.
Wonderful. All right, we're wrapping it up for this particular session. We would love to see you again. Please tune into our next show when we'll be dealing with some more tips for relating and ways to return to love.
It's good stuff, baby.
Love you.
I love you.
And love you all.